Hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Devotions with Pastor Peter. We are in Genesis 25, and we're going to be talking about the death of Abraham. So let's read together in Genesis 25. Abraham married another wife, whose name was Keturah. She gave birth to Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Isbak, and Shaun. Jokshan was the father of Sheba and Dedan. Dedan's descendants were the Asurites, the Letusites, and Lemites. Midian's sons were Ephah, Epher, Hanoch, Beda, and Elda. These were descendants of Abraham through Keturah. Abraham gave everything he owned to his son Isaac, but before he died, he gave gifts to his sons of his concubines and sent them off to a land in the east, away from Isaac. Abraham lived for 175 years, and he died at a ripe old age, having lived a long and satisfying life. He breathed his last and joined his ancestors in death. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah near Mamre in the field of Ephron, son of Zohar the Hittite. This was the field Abraham had purchased from the Hittites and where he had buried his wife Sarah. After Abraham's death, God blessed his son Isaac, who settled near Bir Ahiroi in the Negev. This is the account of the family of Ishmael, the son of Abraham through Hagar, Sarah's Egyptian servant. Here's a list of their names and clans of Ishmael's descendants. The oldest was Nebaioth, followed by Kedar, Abiel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedema. These 12 sons of Ishmael became founders of 12 tribes named after them, listed according to the places they settled and camped. Ishmael lived for 137 years. Then he breathed his last breath and joined his ancestors in death. Ishmael's descendants occupied the region from Havilah to Shur, which is east of Egypt and the direction of Ashur. There they lived in open hostility toward all their relatives. This is the account of the family of Isaac, the son of Abraham. When Isaac was 40 years old, he married Rebekah, daughter of Bethuel and Aramean from Padan Aram, and the sister of Laban, Aramean. Isaac pleaded with the Lord on behalf of his wife, because she was unable to have children. The Lord answered Isaac's prayer, and Rebekah became pregnant with twins. But the two children struggled with each other in the womb, so she went to ask the Lord about it. "Why is this happening to me?" she asked. Then the Lord told her, "The sons in your womb will become two nations. From the very beginning, the two nations will be rivals. One nation will be stronger than the other, and your older son will serve your younger son." And when the time came to give birth, Rebekah discovered that she did indeed have twins. The first one was very red at birth and covered with thick hair like a fur coat, so they named him Esau. But the other twin was born with his hand grasping Esau's heel, so they named him Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when the twins were born. As the boys grew up, Esau became a skillful hunter, and he was an outdoorsman. But Jacob had a quiet temperament, preferring to stay at home. Isaac loved Esau because he enjoyed eating the wild game Esau brought home, but Rebekah loved Jacob. One day when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau arrived home from the wilderness exhausted and hungry. Esau said to Jacob, "I'm starved. Give me some of that red stew." This is how Esau got his name, Edom, which means red. "All right," Jacob replied, "but trade me your rights as the firstborn." "Look, I'm dying of starvation," said Esau. "What good is my birthright to me now?" But Jacob said, "First, you must swear that your birthright is mine." So Esau swore an oath, thereby selling all his rights as the firstborn to his brother Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and lentil stew. Esau ate the meal, and he got up and left. He showed contempt for his rights as firstborn. My friends, this is another interesting chapter. We see that Abraham died. He had a couple more concubines. Sad story. I mean, everybody dies, but that is the reality of life. But then you go into the next story of the descendants of Ishmael and the 12 tribes that came there. Pushed to the side on that one, and then you come to this story of Isaac's children. Isaac had children at an old age, and then you have the rivalry between Jacob and Esau. And the thing about birthright, or the thing about this, is I just want to say something about decision-making. I just talked to one of our pastors, and how we see decision-making process becomes more difficult towards the end of the day. And psychologically speaking, yes, that's very true. Sometimes as As pastors, our focus should be on prayer and the preaching of the word. And if we're too busy making decisions, doing other things, what ends up happening is we have decision-making fatigue, and we don't make the right decisions. Or even fatigue in general, we don't make the right decisions. And when that happens, we have to kind of think to ourselves and question, if we're too busy doing other things and not doing what we're supposed to, are we going to make the right decisions? Now, Esau here was hungry. And as we all know, when we're tired, when we're angry, when we're hungry, we don't make the best decisions. And the thing for us is when we make decisions in our life, especially godly decisions, or especially decisions regarding church, faith matters, or, where we need to take our steps, we need to make sure of a few things. We need to make sure that physically we are able to make good quality decisions. And maybe one of the first decisions that we should make in the days should be the most important decisions, not trivial ones. And how many things that we do during the day don't really matter at the very beginning, and we're at the mercy of everyone who's yanking us back and forth. That's most of us. So the important thing for us in this situation, and this is short, make decisions when we can focus. So that when we are face to face with important decisions in our life, especially regarding our faith, where God is leading us, we make our decisions when we have the ability to make clear decisions. This one, a decision that Esau messed up, because if you think in general with birthright, you're getting rid of the blessing, but think of it this way too. The eldest son gets everything as a proportion to him. He's the one who gets the main lot. And when he gave that up to Jacob, he gave up everything for a bowl of lentil stew and some bread. We all make bonehead decisions in our life, but to prevent us from doing that, pray and put God first. And then we can make decisions in ways that we don't regret. All right, my friends, have a good day. Make good decisions. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.